Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Lee Wilson here. I'm bringing you guys a new video here today, and this is a very special video. Never made a video like this before. Obviously, I've made vlogs out here before. You guys have seen this, but this is special because today is Mamba Day. And if you don't know what that is, it's Kobe's last game tonight. Twitter's going crazy. Everywhere's going crazy. SportsCenter, I've been watching it pretty much non-stop. I haven't watched SportsCenter too much in like the past couple of weeks, months. Obviously, if you all know, if you read my tweets and all that stuff, you know I've been stuck on TV shows and all that stuff. So I don't really watch that much. But I do watch Laker games still because Kobe is my favorite player. Lakers are still my favorite team, even though they are trash right now. Not because of Kobe though. But I wanted to make this video because I haven't made a video like this for Kobe. And if you guys know me, you know Kobe is my favorite player. He's always been my favorite player for the past like 13, 14 years. Ever since I first started playing basketball, the Lakers were my favorite team. Shaq was my favorite player at the time before I knew who Kobe was, because my mom actually got me a Shaq jersey. And I didn't know who the Lakers were. I didn't know who Shaq was, but I fell in love with the Lakers ever since. And, now I've been loving Kobe since forever. And every time somebody gets into an argument, I remember back when I was in elementary school or middle school, even high school, I would just be pissed when somebody would always tell me Kobe was trash or something like that, LeBron was better. This is my favorite top 5 Mamba moments. My moments when I really just think Kobe was just the GOAT. And I have like a notepad because I don't want to forget anything and I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. And I don't know if I should do this in order. I don't know if this won't have an order. It will be an order in the video. Like I'll have go down from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's not. It's necessarily my favorite moments, like in order. So just because it's too hard to pick, it's way too hard to just for me to decide. But the first one that I think about is Kobe 4. Now, I think 2004, that's when Kobe and Shaq was doing work. And that's when I really started to become like a true Laker lover. Like that's when I really like hit my peak. Like that's when I just like became in love with the Lakers and basketball. If you don't know, Lakers did end up losing in the finals that year. Kobe and Shaq, they split up after that year, but let's go to game 2 of the finals. They played the Pistons, and they were struggling in that series. They were struggling. In that first game, they lost. But game 2, they were down by 3 points. It was 99-96, I'm pretty sure. And it was like 8 seconds left. The Lakers gave the ball to Kobe. He was shaking on he was doing some like trying to get open, like trying to like get up enough distance to where he could put up a 3. And I think Richard Hamilton was guarding him, and he just threw it up for 3 at the buzzer. I don't know if it wasn't at the buzzer. I think it might have been like 0.2 of a second left or something like that. He threw it up at the buzzer, and it went in. And I remember watching this moment. I was in like, I can't remember exactly what grade I was in. I was in either 4th or 5th grade. I'm pretty sure. And I was in my parents' bedroom below their bed. I was watching it. It was like 1 in the morning because the Lakers would always play late. The finals were always late. And it was like 1 in the morning, and I was jumping up when Kobe hit that shot. My mom walked in and like told me to lay down and go to sleep. And then I told her while I was up, and she started laughing. And like I was so happy in that moment, I couldn't even believe it. Like I was ecstatic. Those are just one of the moments that I'll just like remember forever and be so thankful for Kobe, because he man, that game was special. That game-winning shot. That was special. Not game winning, but the Lakers did end up going on winning that game. But game time shot, especially the difficulty of that shot, was ridiculous, man. Somebody right there, right on you, to tie the game up with everybody on your shoulders. Everybody, all the pressure on your shoulders. He knocked it down, swished. It was crazy, man. That was the first time I ever seen Kobe hit a game winner or game time. I don't know why I keep saying game winner, but game time shot. That was one of the greatest moments. I thought the Lakers were going to win that series. I really thought that they were going to win that series after he hit that shot. He hit it, and they ended up wanting to win it, and they tied the series. 1-1, but the Lakers ended up losing it the next three. Yeah, that was when the format was really bad. It went 2-3-2. And I didn't like that. I don't know. I just don't like that format. Or was it 2? I think they won. It was 1-1 actually. But if the Lakers had the first 2 games at home, and then that away team had the next 3. Now, if you think about it, that doesn't make sense. The higher team should get the 3, and the lower team should get the 2. You know. But that was the way it was. The Lakers ended up going to Detroit, and they lost it the next 3. It was heartbreaking. I was so torn up about that. I don't think I ever got over that loss because that's when Kobe and Shaq split up too. After that season, they split up. Shaq got traded to the Heat. Kobe ended up going on. They ended up struggling after that for like a season, and then they rose up. So that's one of my favorite moments. Right. Now, probably my second favorite moment. I don't know, I'm saying this is my second just because it's the second thing I'm going to talk about. Not because second in order of how great it was in a moment of Kobe. But Kobe winning the MVP. And the league MVP, I was so happy when he won that award. It's the only one he ever won. He never won more than 1 MVP. I don't understand it. He won it in 08. It was ridiculous. He should have at least 3. He should have got at least 3. It made no sense. It makes no sense how he could only have 1. Because he was dominant for so many years. It sucks. I'm still really torn up about it. I'll never be like not like happy that he won just 1, because I think everybody knows he deserved to be more than 1. But it was one of the best moments because Kobe, he only won 1, and I watched it live, and I was hyped. I watched the press conference, all that stuff, and just because it's the only one he won, so I'm glad I got to see that live. And I know it might not be like one of the the best moments, just because he was only getting an award. He wasn't playing, he wasn't making like a sweet play, but it was definitely up there with my favorite 5 plays, like 5 moments ever. Just because it's the only MVP. It's the only MVP he ever won. It was just special that year too, because he dominated that year. Yeah, he dominated that year. That year was, he was sweet. But yeah, that's a great moment. I don't know, it's just great. Number 3. Now, if you're a Kobe fan, which I'm pretty sure you are, you know about this moment. Well, even if you aren't a Kobe fan, if you are just a sports fan, you know about this moment. Kobe Bryant scoring 81 points. 81 points in 4 quarters. That's crazy. Obviously, he has the second highest, right behind Wilt Chamberlain, which happened in like the 50s or 40s, something like that. But this moment right here, 81 is the single. It's the best performance anybody's ever seen, besides Wilt Chamberlain, which I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Obviously from that time, but I don't know if it's on tape, like it's ever been recorded, uploaded. I've never seen it personally. I've only seen Kobe 81, and everybody talks about it still, even though it happened in 2006. I'm pretty sure it happened in 2006. I watched it live. This is the year when I was just, wow, what is that? I hope you guys can't hear that in the background, man. I'll be really pissed if you can hear that. But Kobe in 2008 was just a different person. Like, he wasn't human. He was a monster. He was just dropping 60s, 50s every game. And this game, he just went off. Like, he went off. I watched it live, and it was crazy. I was just going like, oh my God, Kobe, another 3, another 2, another dunk, steal, everything. He was just going off. And the Lakers were losing most of this game against the Raptors, too. It was bad, because the Raptors were trash then. And, you know, some people do take away the fact that they did play against the Raptors. I don't, because, I mean, it's an NBA team. I mean, it's not his fault that they sucked. And Lakers weren't even that good then. They were there. That was when they were struggling too, because that's after they lost Shaq, and Kobe was just going off. I never seen one player in that kind of mode. He was hitting threes with like 3 dudes on him, 4 dudes on him. The whole squad was on him. He was just throwing it up. He didn't miss. He missed like, I don't know how many shots he actually missed, but he was just throwing it up. 81 points in 4 quarters is ridiculous. That's like, you have to be in such a high mode, like where like you just are feeling it. You just don't care. And he could do whatever he wanted then too. He could just do whatever he wanted. He took himself out of the game, put himself in the game, shot whenever he wanted to shoot, all that stuff, because he was the GOAT. He was the best player at the time. And you know, he was the Lakers leader. He's always been the Lakers leader. But that moment, something special, man. Something so sick. I can't even, like, I haven't watched it like the whole game through since that day. I just watched highlights, but I don't even need to watch the whole game. Just highlights are just amazing. Like, the way he was shooting in that game was just something special. If you didn't watch that game live, like, it literally takes away from the moment. That moment where he really scored that 81. Like, if you watch highlights, obviously it's cool to see. But if you watched it live, there was no Twitter around. I'm pretty sure there was no Twitter or anything like that at the time, so it sucked. If that happened now, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything would be going crazy. But that moment was something special, man. Something just crazy. Like, I'll never forget that moment. That might be my favorite moment ever. Even better than him winning all the championships that he won, because that was the moment when, like, it was so special. I can't even say it. Just special is the word. It's amazing. Alright, here we go. Number 4. The 4th one I'm going to talk about. And this is a pretty cool one. If you're a basketball fan, you watched this moment. You watched all these moments. 2008, the Olympics. The USA Olympics. The game versus Spain, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure it was the final game for the gold medal. They were playing, I think, Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, and Ricky Rubio were on that Spain team. Well, I'm saying the Lakers. The USA team had to actually play them for the gold medal. I didn't think it was going to be a close match at all. Nobody thought it was going to be close because they were just blowing everybody out. That Olympic team was just godlike. They were just dominant, man. Go back and watch the highlights. Like, I've never seen like more abuse in my life. I've never seen teams get abused. Never, ever. In all the time of basketball, I've never seen teams get just humiliated like that. But we're talking about the final game. Kobe goes clutch. You go back and watch the last, like, not even last, just go watch the Kobe highlights, the USA team versus Spain highlights of that game. And you will see Kobe took that game over. He won them that game. He made so many huge plays. Like, man, I remember my friend, it was my friend Alex. We watched every single game together over the phone. We would call each other at, like, these games came on really early, so we watched them at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, something like that. And we would call each other, literally be on the phone for like 3-4 hours, talking this game, like just talking back and forth to each other, and getting hyped. And like, I'm smiling so much because those times really just make me smile, make me happy, because I was in love with basketball. I was in love with Kobe, everything. USA, I wanted to be there so bad. I wanted to go to those games, and they were just such great times. Like, if you go back and you watch Kobe, he hit like a 3 and got fouled, and like that just won the game. And all the plays he made, I believe everybody said he was the MVP on that team. It was just great. Like, he was hitting every shot. He blocked so many shots, got some steals. He was dunking, and this is when he was in his prime. Like, this was 08. After he won that MVP, he was just dunking. Everybody was dunking. It was special, man. Just special Kobe moments. Like, if you're a Kobe fan, you obviously know. Like, I'm pretty sure you watched all those highlights many, many times, because it just, you watch them and you just like are just happy. Because to me, I don't think about these last few years that Kobe's been playing. I don't think about them at all. Like, that's not what defines me for Kobe. Like, I don't think about Kobe in these years. I think about him when he was wearing number 8 and winning those championships in like 5 years ago and 4 years ago, and a lot of these last 2 years when he's been hurt and like he's been like getting old and stuff like that. No, because you're not a real Kobe fan if you think that he's like bad or he's shooting too much. Because if he wasn't shooting so much, the Lakers wouldn't have 5 rings. He wouldn't have won 5 rings. And if you're a Kobe fan, you know that. You can't deny somebody the ball that's just that gifted. It just doesn't happen. And that USA moment really was special because they won that. They won the gold medal, and then they had the national anthem. They all got their gold medals. It was just special, man, just special. And this is the time when Pau Gasol was on the Lakers, so I felt bad for Pau. I really did feel bad for him, but I was happy for Kobe, man. I was happy because Kobe he deserved it. He was dominating, and that was the Redeem team. And honestly, I would love to. Here we go, the final Mamba moment, my favorite one. Not my favorite. I don't know why I keep saying that. I keep messing up, but it's not my favorite. No, it's no order. These are just my top 5 favorite ones that overall, I can't pick the five, but it's kind of a 2-parter actually. It's kind of like, they're in the same season though. They're in the same season, so that helps. They're in the same season, so it's kind of number 6, but not really. They're tied for 5th. But if you're a Laker fan, you know that I'm pretty sure you all probably hate the Phoenix Suns. I'm pretty sure you do, because if you don't, you're not a Laker fan. If you like the Suns still, you're not a Laker fan. No, I'm just kidding, but I hate the Suns though. I hate them just for how they hurt my man Kobe. They really hurt me. They hurt me and Kobe. Because if you know Kobe, he had some great moments against the Suns, man. Some great moments against Steve Nash, Stoudemire, all those people. But they hurt me. They broke my heart. You know, they beat Kobe in the playoffs sometimes. You know, with Lakers had this 3-1 lead. I believe it was 2006 playoffs, and that they just hurt me, man. They hurt my heart. Kobe hit a game winner in game. I want to say game 4. I really want to say it was game 4. The Lakers were down, and they went up 3-1. No, I thought they were going to win the series. Everybody thought they were going to win the series. Like, there's no way you blow a 3-1 series lead. Like, it's impossible to do that. Like, it's really hard to do that. And what do you know? The Lakers lose the next 3 games. And we're out. And I was heated, you know. I was broken. Like, I remember I was in the weight room with my uncle. And I was in the weight room. I was checking my phone, looking at the score. I check it. Lakers lose. And this was game 7. I was just broken. I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was just like, what happened, man? Like, how could this happen? I had such high hopes, and I couldn't believe it, man. I was just so heartbroken. And but when Kobe hit that game winner in that game, like, man, I was going crazy. He got the steal. He threw up like a floater over the top of the basket. He made it. Then he got the steal. Almost went out of bounds. I was just hyped, man. I was hyped. But that's not even it. It's just 2010 against the Suns. Was it 2010? I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2010. It's when they got Pau Gasol, Kobe and Pau, the duo. And Kobe was dominating, man. He couldn't be stopped this year. No, nothing was stopping him. I think the year before that they had beat the Magic in the finals, so they're going for the 2-peat. You know, they're trying to get the back-to-back. And he was just torching them. He was just destroying the Suns, man. They couldn't stop him. He was hitting shots that nobody was hitting in this world. Like, this dude had 3 people on him, hitting them, falling out of bounds at the 3-point line, at the half-court line. Nothing could stop him.
I've always been a big fan.
It was just, I never seen Kobe play like that, man. I thought him dropping 81, he hit some crazy shots, but In this playoff series, he hit some out of this world shots. And if you go back and you look at the highlights, you would see Suns players, like when he makes these crazy shots, the players on the bench are just like, bruh. Like they're just like they're heated and they can't believe he made the shot. And it was just something special. Like he's always my favorite player just for those moments, those crazy shots. He's not scared to take those kind of shots. And you know they beat them finally. I felt so relieved that they beat them because after losing that 2006 one, I was just so happy for Kobe, the team, the Laker fans, because we went through it. We went through it. Losing that though, it sucked. It was tough. And they went on to play the Celtics in the finals. And this is my two-parter, you know, them playing the Celtics in the finals, because another team I hated was the Celtics. The Celtics, man, they broke my heart too. Not gonna lie, they really broke me. That 2008 finals, I don't think I'm never gonna get over that because Kobe was doing everything he could, and he doesn't have the help. You know, Pau Gasol was doing his job. You know, he was doing something. You know, Andrew Bynum, he was young then. He wasn't ready for that KG, Kendrick Perkins, all that type of stuff. He wasn't ready for that physicality. He wasn't born ready. Oh man, it was just terrible. Then they got blown out in Game 6. Oh man, I never want to see that Game 6 tape ever, because that really just broke. They lost, but I think they lost that game by like 30 something points, and I felt bad for Kobe. He walked up the court just looking like, bruh, like, did we really just lose like that? And then they came back after that, and he wanted the Celtics in that 2010 finals, man. He wanted them, and then they went to another Game 7, well, Game 6 and then Game 7, but that Game 7 had me on the edge of my seat, man. I was just scared out of my mind because the Lakers were losing that Game 7. They were losing. And Kobe wasn't shooting good at all. He wasn't playing good at all. Like, I never seen him play that bad. But he came up clutch in the stretch. Like, he came up clutch. He hit, like, a big shot. Ron Artest, a.k.a. Metta World Peace, was doing work. Gasol was doing work in that game to help him. And they ended up winning, man. They ended up winning, and then the Celtics started scaring me. Because as soon as the Lakers, they were winning, it was, like 30 seconds left. And then the Lakers were up by, like, 8. So they would score, and then the Celtics would make some like crazy three. Rondo made one, Ray Allen made one. I was like, bruh, come on, man, aim out the ball, get this game over with. Please don't scare me like that. And then they did it. I was just, that's one of the greatest moments ever. Like, that could be my favorite moment ever in my life for Lakers, because they won that championship. It was just special, man. They won. It was a back-to-back. They beat the Celtics, which, if you're a Laker fan, you know that rivalry is just deep. It just runs so deep. So yeah, man, those moments, those are my top 5 moments ever. Hope you guys did enjoy it all. Sorry if I was just like all over the place, but when I start talking about Kobe, I just start going off. I just go everywhere. I just think of everything. I can't control what I start to say, and you know, I just love it. But thank you, Kobe, man. Thank you for making me become a Laker fan, because you honestly made me become a Laker lover. And this dude really just gonna do this. I can't believe it. But yeah, thank you, Kobe. You know, man, I don't even know where to find the words, because I don't want to see Kobe retire at all. It breaks my heart to do it, to see him retire and not get a 6th ring, honestly. That's like the biggest regret that I have for Kobe, not seeing him get number 6. But just thank you to Kobe, though. Just thank you. Everything you did for the Lakers, man. 5 championships, all the All-Stars, MVP, everything. The scoring, number 3 on all time. They need to retire number 8 and 24, both numbers. He needs to become the first player to get both numbers retired. Because he's that special, man. He's that special. He means that much to the Lakers organization. He's everything, man. Everything, man. Mamba, thank you. Honestly, thank you. It was something special, man. Something special. It sucks I never got to see him play live, man. Like, that's my biggest regret. Probably will always be my biggest regret. I never got to see him play live. Ever. Like, in person. I always watch the games, though. But thank you for being so entertaining and just dominating for all the years you did. You do deserve more than one MVP, though. Yeah, I think you know that. But, that's it. Like, just thank you. Something so special. Always be my favorite player. Nobody will ever be my #1 player. You will always be #1. Thank you. Mamba out.